Greetings, Couch and Tribe staff, Chief of Council, and operational leadership team. I just want to take this time and opportunity to thank all of you for your determination, patience, and endurance over the last 2 months. I don't think there's been a more trying time in our lives where we've been tested to our sometimes ultimate limit in this ongoing global pandemic. But as always, I want to ensure all staff that we've been very deliberately and diligently planning for the short, medium, and long term as we respond to this global pandemic, COVID-19, in an effort to stop and limit the spread in our community, as well as to ensure the overall safety of staff during this time. On that note, I want to pay some special acknowledgement and gratitude to the community navigators who have been offering sort of a centralized service to membership when they call in and have questions or to respond to emails. This has been in place since May 11th, and we've had in the neighborhood of 500 to 600 calls and emails that we've responded to. So thank you to those folks who have stepped up to play that important role for our community members. And to the IT department who also did an incredible job in setting that up in a very short period of time. This is not easy work, so high staff to all those folks and staff that stepped up to provide this great good service to our membership. And of course, just routine and regular messaging around the ongoing provincial and national directives in response to the pandemic, and that is to stay home, to continue to practice physical and social distancing, to limit our gathering, to always wash our hands, and to always look out for one another. This is a uniquely trying time as well in terms of our overall mental health. It was not long ago that we learned in this country that 50 to 60% of all Canadians are struggling with some form of mental health challenge or problem. So if you're experiencing any of these challenges with your mental health and your emotions, or if you know somebody that's struggling, to please reach out for help. It's important to not isolate ourselves in this time, and that if you need help or if you know somebody that needs help, to please reach out to your direct supervisor, to call our EAP line, or to seek counseling of some kind, and to ensure that you're not alone. Many of us are experiencing these types of challenges, and it's important that we always find ways to look out for one another and to uphold each other in this time. Chief and Council recently agreed to continue with office closure and essential services for the month of June. This is so that we can develop and implement our Cowichan Tribe's Restart Plan, which is basically our efforts to align criteria set out by WorkSafe BC in terms of keeping all of our staff safe during work. So as we develop and implement this plan, we will certainly keep all of our staff updated for the month of June. But for now, we'll remain in office closure and essential services. Part of this restart plan will be to determine how we can best apply the Cowichan Tribe Skills Inventory. And this is an opportunity and chance for staff to potentially be directed to provide support and assistance in our ongoing effort to implement our COVID-19 response plan, our pandemic plan, our economic response, and now this restart plan. So if you're not working to your full potential, we're going to be asking on some staff to step up, to help out, and to assist us in the coming months, especially over the medium to long term, depending on how long this pandemic is going to last. So part of the restart plan is for OLT to identify champions within each respective department and team to come together to help us better organize ourselves around the implementation of our restart plan. So the look and feel of the physical buildings in Cowichan Tribes can look very different. We'll be building um, plexiglass around certain workstations in each of our building. We'll be ensuring some clear markers around physical distancing during work hours. We'll most likely be determining and planning out what a rotating shift might look like in the coming months. Um, so there are certain measures that we have yet to be planning for, and because we have such a large complement of staff, and we have a number of different buildings, as well as staff working in different settings, uh, classrooms, school buses, daycare, people out in the field interacting with the community in their homes, so on and so forth. So there are many aspects of this restart plan that have to be considered, and this is all in an effort to ensure your safety while at work. By mid-June or by the end of June, we'll have another message for you in terms of the ongoing implementation of our Couch Drives Restart Plan and what that will look like and how to best inform staff in terms of the move ahead. So from July, August to September, and then from October, November to December, the remainder of 2020, in terms of a phased approach. Part of this process and part of our effort to err on the side of caution is to simply monitor what's going on in the province and Canada in terms of the ongoing global pandemic. We see other parts of the country and certainly the world going through sort of a wave 2 of the pandemic. Many experts across the province and the country have said Indigenous communities have yet to go through a wave 1, let alone a wave 2. And because of the size of our population and the uniqueness of the spread of our community in the Cowichan Valley and the complement of 450 plus staff, it becomes critically important to be cautious and to be patient and to plan for those steps in the ongoing effort to limit and stop the spread of COVID-19 in our community. So this phased approach within our plan will determine exactly that. The success of this plan will be dependent on your ability to step up, to help out, to assist where you can, and to really be mindful of our individual and collective effort to come together. In conclusion, I just want to say again, thank you to all of you for your patience and understanding during these times. Sometimes it's stressful, it creates anxiety and uncertainty, not knowing when this pandemic is going to end. But what we do know is our ability to come together to help each other out. What we do know for certain is our ability to be resilient, to be responsive to the needs of ourselves and the great good people of this community. There's never been a more certain time about our strength and determination to come together. And by doing that, by reaching our full potential, by going the extra mile, by stepping up, we'll get there with certainty, with less anxiety. And I call on all of you over the next coming month, and certainly over the medium to long term, over 2020, to certainly do exactly that. And by doing that, we'll certainly find a way forward and reach a destination, and that destination being that we'll have arrived safe and uninfected by COVID-19. So high step to all of you, and I look forward to the journey ahead, and certainly to all of your ability to come together and to help out.